What's up, guys? This is John with Stay on Target. I'm standing here at the comic shop. It is the day before Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving Eve, if you will. I snuck in the door right here before they closed up for the day, and to grab my comics to make sure that I got them in before they closed for Thanksgiving. So all right, let's just go ahead and rock on, get started. There was a Forever Evil Justice League Dark comic today, so if you're picking up the Forever Evil comics, you might want to pick that guy up. It's got the Rage of Swamp Thing, so looks pretty epic there. So if you guys like Swamp Thing, if you guys like Rage, that might be a good comic to pick up. Going on to the ones that I'm picking up, there is Superman. And this is the Krypton Returns Part 4, so that's going to be kind of interesting. I have not, to be honest with you, I haven't been kept up with the Superman comics for a couple weeks here, so I'm kind of lost on the whole Krypton Returns thing, but I'm excited for that. Then getting into some Zero-Year tie-ins. And if you guys are picking up the 0 year, and if you're the completionist collector that some of us are, and you're picking all these guys up. These guys, I think they're the last ones for this month or whatever, but there's been a lot of people that have gotten the 0 year tie-in treatment. And it's like, while I love what's going on with that Batman, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that series is great. The 0 year in the Batman comics is great. But the tie-ins, the 0 year tie-ins, are where I'm getting a little bit they have varying degrees of importance within the universe, that sort of thing. And so it's kind of like I'm kind of thinking, you're getting kind of worn out on this point. So and we're only halfway through that arc in Batman. So this might be the only time they're doing the tie-ins with that and stuff. We'll have to see moving forward. It's been pretty popular, so maybe they'll do another tie-in near the end, which would be sometime in the summer. That sort of thing. But anyway, so this one is Catwoman, a 0 year tie-in. I'm picking that guy up. She's pretty important to the character of Batman, no matter what version of Batman. Whether you like the film Batman, whether you like the comic Batman, that sort of thing. Another 0 year tie-in that I was surprised about is The Flash. We've got Flash 0 year tie-in, and this is actually the last book that Francis Manapul and Brian Buccellato are on, which was kind of disappointing to me that it's a 0 year tie-in because they do such a good job, man. The art on their things is incredible. I always enjoy their story arcs, that sort of thing. They're actually moving over to Detective Comics sometime next year, and wishing them all the best luck with that. They have taken the character of Flash and made it even better than it ever was before, in my opinion, with the New 52. So they've had 25 issues of awesomeness on The Flash. Another one in the Batman universe to check out, Damian, Son of Batman, Part 2 of 4. This is Andy Kubert's Damian, Son of Batman. This is Damian in the future. This is him taking on the mantle of Batman. And honestly, the thing that impressed me most about the first issue of this, and this one's the same way, was honestly the art is beautiful. Storyline is pretty good, that sort of thing. But Andy Kubert's just kind of getting his feet under him, I feel like, with the storyline on this guy. But his art is just beautiful. I mean, it's just really awesome. And the other thing to note about it, the paper is different than normal comic paper. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit more, it's got texture to it, so it's kind of like matte paper there, which is pretty awesome. So if you guys like good art and great feeling, tactile feel to comic books, that's your book. Last one that I wanted to mention this week is Aquaman number 25. This guy is the finale to the Death of King, and this is actually Geoff Johns' last comic on this title, which is interesting. I mean, he's spread kind of thin throughout the universe and that sort of thing. And but honestly, with the New 52, he took Aquaman and made him cool again, which is kind of why I've always been picking this one up from the beginning, and I've really enjoyed that run. We'll see. I'll give it a try, that sort of thing, with the new writers and stuff. But we'll see if I'll end up picking that guy up moving forward. But yeah, Geoff Johns' last issue on Aquaman. So we got two people leaving their issues. It was Geoff Johns is leaving Aquaman, and then Francis Manapul and Brian Buccellato are leaving The Flash. So make sure you pick up their last outings on those titles this week. Well, anyway, that wraps up John's comic run. Make sure you guys check out, there's no podcast this week because of Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys check out, last week we reviewed Catching Fire. It was the movie month, kind of wrapping up the movie month that we were doing there with a podcast. We'll be back next week with an Arrow podcast. We'll be back next week with a mainline podcast. And I'll be back next week with another John's comic run. Make sure you guys check all of that out, and happy Thanksgiving.